Greetings, students. It is time for week 4 and the weekly walkthrough. This week is a little bit different and I think kind of fun. We're going to be creating a vision board and we're going to use PowerPoint to do that. Now, you do have free access to PowerPoint in Office 365, but if you want to do it on a Word document or something else, that's fine. The criteria, though, still needs to be met. So we'll go over that when we get to that particular assignment. But be advised that we are going to be using something a little bit different this week. So let's take a look. All right, so I've got 2 items to share here. First, we will take a look at the actual class. So let's go there first. Just a reminder, it is week 4 and there is a workshop this week, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. In order to get into that, of course, the link is in the course right here, enter workshops here. We'll be having a few more of those before the term is over. But let's go take a look at Unit 4. So in Unit 4, we're focusing on goals and inspiration for those goals. So we're going to talk about and learn about different ways that you can achieve goal setting. Goal setting is an important skill to have. Knowing where you want to go is always a good thing. Applying growth mindset there. We've learned about that a little bit before. And of course, where you're talking about what you want to achieve in the future, growth mindset is super important. Identifying short and long-term goals and analyzing the connection between goals and future success. So short-term goals, of course, are things that you can accomplish immediately. Long-term goals are more the pie in the sky type thing, but both of those are important to have and to keep working towards. So that's where the focus is this week. You will have a discussion board this week, as well as the Unit 4 assignment, which again is done in PowerPoint rather than in Microsoft Word. It is not a document so much as it is a visual extravaganza. So I'll show you that in just a moment. So first, of course, before you tackle, excuse me, either of the graded assignments, make sure that you do the readings and resources first. We have a takeaway from one of my favorite authors, Henry David Thoreau, who is an American author of the late 19th century. My brain, it's a Monday for sure when I am making this video. But Henry David Thoreau is well known as a person who wrote about achieving things that you desire to achieve. And so he's a good inspiration for this particular unit. Under readings and resources, of course, we have some readings. One is chapter 8 in the academic writing book on keeping it simple. I think that's a really important one because a lot of times when we think, oh gosh, I have to write these papers for school, we think they have to be super elaborate and use super giant words and all those things. But really, academic writing at its core is pretty simple and straightforward. Then we have a chapter on visual strategies. Typically in research papers, we do not use visuals. It sort of depends on what field you're in. Some fields do have a lot of charts and graphs and things like that. Some would even have pictures. But most of the time when we write for school, it's more of the word-oriented kind of thing. So this is going to be a fun one to learn about in terms of how we can enhance what we're already doing by adding that extra piece of visuals. After that, you have a goal setting chapter from W. Gresh's from 2019. Supercharged Goal Setting is the name of the overall source, which is really cool. I love that name. There's also some supplemental resources from that same resource. Chapter 2, Why They Don't Do It. Chapter 3, The 5 Levels of Success. And Chapter 4, The 5-Step Process. I do really recommend that you look at those. They are quote unquote optional or supplemental, but they are going to be helpful to you in doing this week's work. You have additionally, of course, as usual, some videos. Specifically, there's a video on how to use the SMART goal process to create your short and long-term goals. That is a very handy technique. So make sure that you pay attention to that. Then we have a a video about finding balance through priorities, which is always something that we can benefit from, and also growth mindset. There are two videos that focus on the growth mindset idea. So as usual, make sure that you do those before moving on to the written, the assigned work. So for Unit 4, the discussion board is to share one or two of your personal goals with the class. Explain the steps you take to accomplish them. So there's two parts, and a lot of people miss that first part. One of the things that you need to do before you start answering questions is to share one or two personal goals, and they need to be specific goals. So it's not just enough to say, well, I want to graduate from college. I mean, that is a personal goal, no doubt about it. But do you have a timeline? Do you have a particular grade point average you'd like to stay at or achieve? Really be as specific as you possibly can with it. And then as you're thinking about those goals, then you can answer these questions. How will a growth mindset help you achieve your goals? And what is one thing you learned from your lessons this week that has helped you to set your goals or to create your plan? So it's not just I want to do this. We want to know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, how long it's going to take, like really dig into it. So we'll share those, of course, by midweek. And then you'll have the rest of the week to come back and respond to at least two additional students. Remember, when you're responding to others, you want to aim for 3 to 5 sentences. In this particular case, are their goals similar to yours? Expand the conversation by discussing different goals and how best to achieve them. Maybe ask them some questions, something along those lines. So 3 to 5 sentences. Your own particular post should be a really good, well-developed paragraph, and it could be more than one. You could write as much as you want on this, but make sure you share a goal, at least one really specific goal, and make sure you talk about how growth mindset will help with that, and one thing that you picked up in this week's readings and resources. So we'll look forward to reading those. This is always a fun one because we're sharing things that are important to us. So I'm always a big fan of the future goals one. So next we come to Unit 4's assignment and submission link, creating a vision board. Like I said, this is going to be different. We're going to use a PowerPoint template. You'll notice it's the second link here, Unit Board Vision Board Template, and it's a .pptx, which means PowerPoint. So if you have PowerPoint already on your computer, you can just click on this and it'll open for you. If you are using 365 to access PowerPoint, you may need to open this, save it onto your computer, and then open it within PowerPoint. So be careful about that. If you need help operating that template, please let me know. I will show you how to deal with it once it's open. But if you need help getting it open, we can certainly chat. So let's go over the specifics of the assignment. The overview is pretty straightforward. In this activity, you will create a vision board that focuses on your future goals. Throughout this class and your time at post-university, you will use these goals to shape your education and plan your future. So there are several required elements in the vision board. The overview is the same. Open the vision board template attached to the assignment in Unit 4. And of course, like it says, you can use a different tool. If you want to put these things just on a Word document, that's absolutely fine. But it is meant to be visual. So keep in mind that pictures are required. Fill the 3 blank spaces with photos that demonstrate 3 of your goals. You can use the images provided on the 3rd slide, or you can find images online. You can save those from the internet. You can also upload your own photos. If you have a photo, for example, in your phone, that would be good for this. But you'll have 3 photos. To find images in PowerPoint, click on the box you wish to put the image into, then click Insert at the top of the page, and you will see an icon that says Picture. So I will show you how to do that when we look at the template. but this will also lead you through if you forget. There are also 2 additional boxes that say type text here and add a quote here. In those 2 spaces, you do need to include some text, a quotation that is inspiring to you, 2 quotations. So 3 photos, 2 quotations. That's your minimum basic requirements here. If you do that, you will notice by the rubric that you are scored on each of the 3 images and each of the 2 quotes. So if you don't do one of those things, you are missing 20 points each. That is disastrous. Don't do it. Just do just do what it says and you're going to be in great shape. All right, so let's look at the template. You will notice that this template has 3 pages. The first one is explanatory. This is going over the assignment again, kind of showing you what you need to do. The second page in PowerPoint is your actual vision board. So this is the only page that you really need in your own document when you save it. And I'm going to show you how to do that and get rid of all the extra stuff. Then we have a page that has some photo examples. So you can find your own photos, but you're also able to use these. That's absolutely fine. So I'm going to pick one of these. Let's take this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to drag it over to the other page. Nope, it didn't work. Let me copy it. Command C. All right, so let's go back up here and we're going to add this photo by pasting it in. And let's put it in this box. We can size it so it fits in the box. You can make it a little bit smaller. You can also make it taller so that it really fits in the box. It doesn't have to be exact, but it should be close. So below that, and with each of the photos, you'll notice that it says add title. Let's put something like family goals. It's a good one for that photo. Now let's practice finding a photo that's not on that particular thing. So I'm going to click in this box and I'm going to click on the insert, just like it said, and I'm going to pick pictures, and they suggest using stock images. You can also browse for online photos directly in PowerPoint, but let's see the stock images. So let's say one of my goals is to travel. So let's put in just the word travel and see what comes up. We have all kinds of cool visuals here. You can pick whatever visuals you want. Personally, most of the places that I want to travel involve getting on an airplane. So I'm going to click on this one and insert it. Now it's going to be bigger than it needs to be. So again, we're going to size it and we're going to put it kind of over this box, and I want it to fit in that box as much as possible. If it doesn't fit exactly, it's really not the end of the world, but having it there is great. You also can, and I'm going to show you something. You do not have to do this. Do not feel pressure to make this perfect, but I will show you that I think you can do reorder objects and oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, no. Think I'm still sharing? Hope I'm still sharing. I'm going to double check. Nope, I don't think I was. All right. So we're back in the PowerPoint. You can move things forward and backward. There is what I was looking for. Okay, send backward. I want this photo. Notice it's got the dots around it. I'm going to say send backward. It didn't do anything. Okay, just put it over the box. That's fine. So then I'm going to change my title to travel for that one. And then we need one more photo. So let me show you, if you have a photo of your own that you have saved on your computer, if you wanted to use that photo, you can go to insert and do photo. We're going to do picture from file, and in my documents, I have a ton of different images. So let me pick one. Let's see. What would be a good one? Oh, I know one that I can use. Let me see. I'm sure there's one of those images here. One of my goals is to complete a half marathon, and I have done 5Ks, I have done 10Ks. I have yet to finish the half marathon. So that is one of my goals. These are definitely from run weekends. So let me just pick one of these. These are from Disney runs, and there's me and Rapunzel. Now this picture, there's a lot of other background, so I'm going to crop it first and then I'm going to resize it because I don't really need all this extra stuff around us, even though the scenery is pretty cool. Okay, so I click off of it. I'm going to move it down here to the box. Oh, not that box. It's this box. And then I got to make it tiny. There's me and Rapunzel. Run Disney. Okay, so my goal there is to finish a half marathon. And this picture shows that because it is from a Disney race. So there we go. All right, now I have to have two quotes. Quotes are fairly easy to find on the internet, like inspirational quotes. So I'm going to click on the web and I'm going to open a new tab. And I'm going to put in inspirational quotes. There are so many websites that have tons and tons of inspirational quotes. You can pick any of them. You can use whatever you want to. Brainy Quote is one of my favorites. They always have a lot of good stuff. So I'm going to pick that. And I'm going to just pick a couple here. Keep your face always toward the sunshine and shadows will fall behind you. Really like that. Oh, okay, there we go. So this gives it to me in photo form. I don't really want it in photo form. I just want the text. So I'm going to highlight this and copy it. Now, in the text boxes, and those are actual text boxes, all you have to do is paste. Okay. Now, this was by Walt Whitman. So I'm going to move this up. I'm going to make the text smaller so it'll fit. And then below the text, I'm going to put dashes and I'm going to put Walt Whitman since he was the one who said it. So there's my first quote. Let me get another one. Let's go back. And I think that applies to like a future goal of keeping a positive mindset and growth mindset. So it does need to relate to something to related to your goals, but that's pretty open to interpretation. Let's see. This one's good for growth mindset too. So let's pick change your thoughts and you change your world. That has clearly been used as an inspiration for one of the apartments.com commercials, which is interesting. So let's highlight that and paste it. It's going to need to be smaller, a lot smaller. And it was Norman Vincent Peale. So Norman Vincent Peale. Oops, except I can't spell. We can move that up so it fits. All right, there we go. You want to put your name in this box. I'm going to put mine. And then we're going to delete this page and we're going to delete this page. All that's left, of course, is the actual vision board. Now, if you don't do that and you turn in the whole thing with all 3 slides, nothing bad is going to happen to you. It's absolutely fine. But this is the actual vision board. This is the actual requirement. So I'm going to save this. I need to save as because this is a different document. And we're going to use this as the sample in my documents folder, which I will share with you. All right. So now we have our document. We're going to go back to the course. We're going to click on the link and we're going to upload files. Some people are still struggling with this. You cannot just create a submission. You do need to save the file and then upload it. Mine will be under presentations. It'll be the very first one. So we're going to click that, double click it. As usual, you will agree to submit your papers to the global reference database and hit submit. It'll take a little bit for the file to render, but you will be able to see your preview as you normally do. And that is your main big assignment for the week. So we will go over this again in the workshop tomorrow night. So if you are having any problems or questions and you can attend that, that is a great opportunity to ask those questions live and almost in person through Teams. Otherwise, you are ready to go and do your work for the week. So hope everybody is having a great week 4, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow night. If not, I'll see you back here for another video next Monday.